Out of all the baseball teams UrinatingTree has done before, I'm surprised the Marlins haven't come sooner. Because this past few months, Derek Jeter has been put himself in the hot seat, and unlike most hot seats I know in sports, unless there's some corporate takeover, no one's gonna get Derek Jeter out of the Marlins ownership. Even though they have like what 17 different owners. Derek Jeter is basically compared to a lot to the previous owner for basically selling off the whole team. But unlike the previous owner, he's not going to sell off a championship team. At least some people wanted all the Marlins to, who've been basically been giving it off to everywhere, to stay, and basically we just need pitching. I would agree that's, even though we got pitchers, it only will come short term. I mean, look at the Cubs. I think he's basically going for that rumored plan I've been hearing about. Basically, destroy the whole. Oh, not destroy. Implode the roster, bring in new talent, and go to playoffs multiple times and win multiple World Series. I hear that's what the Cubs did. I hear that's what the Astros did. I'm not. That's what I hear. Don't quote me on this. So I'm not sure if third times. Well, maybe it's going to be third time the charm, it will fail, or Derek Jeter. Wow, I did not think, excuse me, he would actually do all that in this within a few months before the season about to begin. Ooh. Well, maybe his plan will work out. Maybe his plan will work out, and this young core basically will bring us multiple playoffs and multiple championships, and who knows. But let's see. But UrinatingTree is going to have something to say about the ownership right now. I'm pretty sure. And the title itself says, "The Miami Marlins Professional Baseball Money Pit." All that money gone somewhere. I don't know where. But let's see. Let's see what he has to say. Oh wow. Miami. The Marlins. I mean, ooh, I am hesitating to what he hears. I mean, he did this with the Florida Panthers. I mean, he basically like shredded the ownership for doing stupid things like firing the head coach, using analytics to fix our problems, which I don't know why to use analytics for hockey. Baseball, it works. Soccer, it seems to work. Basketball, well, actually, I don't know if anybody uses analytics in basketball. That's mostly talent sport, not by the numbers. If someone if someone out there knows a team that uses analytics for basketball, let me know. Let me know in the comments. But now, for football, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything. But for right now, I haven't heard anything about the Marlins about using analytics. They should use analytics. That's basically the only thing that should easily get them afloat. I mean, that's how the Red Sox actually beat the curse using numbers, not basically imploding their whole lineup. I don't think so. But let's see what this UrinatingTree has to say about the my Miami Marlins. Oh boy. And 3, 2, 1, play.
In their efforts to shave costs, the Marlins have hit a snag. Razors are expensive. They go into drugstores and see a 4-pack of cartridges cost them around $25. This is where the Dollar Shave Club comes in. If you're looking to shed overhead costs, they can help. Like the Marlins and Giancarlo, the Dollar Shave Club is literally giving you their shit shower and shave kit for pennies on the
he's
dollar.
sponsoring.
For $5, you'll be getting their executive razor, 4 cartridges, and trial versions of their immaculate shave butter, body wash, and one wipe Charlie's butt wipes. As Mr. Jeter can attest, it will make you feel smoother than a baby's ass. Even better, after the first trial, replacement cartridges are sent to you when you want.
I haven't seen this cartoon clip in a long time.
Sale. This is a limited time offer that you need to pounce on now. It's available to you in the link below at dollarshaveclub.com.
How did you miss that?
Give yourself a baby face that could even make Jeets blush. The Dollar Shave Club is here to help. Let's not lie to ourselves. The Miami Marlins are an absolute disgrace to sport. The fact that this team has had such riches in its player pool and 2 World Series titles over their brief history is baffling.
Why
not
did he
only
throw
a baseball
that?
trail of tears with 1 owner, but 2 is humiliating all its own. But the Marlins still exist to the dismay of many baseball fans hereover. But there is hope.
Ooh.
Despite all the misery and self-interest, Jeffrey Loria has finally sold off the Marlins after over 15 years of miserable, miserly ownership. I think this calls for celebration. For the occasion, I have written a special poem to our billionaire friend and compatriot troll of Miami sports. Jeffrey, oh beautiful Jeffrey, your loaded pockets only matched by your aging majesty.
Why
It's
did he get in
unfortunate that
baseball
reputation
again? Is
is free.
beyond me.
Montreal was your baby, your shiny toy, but the things you had in store for them, oh boy. Here lie a promising team of youth and vigor. The ways to blow them up would be bigger. Gutting, shredding, stripping of TV broadcasts, nothing is sacred down to the last. Turns out nobody wants to watch this mess. Demand a new stadium, it's all for the best. Montreal refuses and the team is in dreck. Let's give him another franchise to wreck. The Marlins,
How did this
another
guy
young,
get?
hungry team.
It was
The
get,
ways to
get
make
ownership
profits,
of
he can
the baseball
only
team is
dream.
beyond
A
me.
championship in tow. To hell with the show. Sell off everything down to the pit. Even the fixtures, they're deep in the shit. But the solution is in view, a glorious sight. A new stadium and rebrand bring the Marlins to light. Throw his money into it, balderdash, pilfer the taxpayers and city for the cash.
That's
Now
why
to
people
live
hate the
Havana, our
Marlins,
new
the taxes.
almond borough. Time for our manager to praise Castro. Too bad he was playing the fiddle and thought it was funny. Fuck it, blow it up again. We already have your money. Lawsuits, pessimism, general dread. We don't care. Jeff's eating plenty of bread, but he is bored and ready to sell. The buyers at hand have a story to tell. The first suitor, a man named Yeb, a former governor, a gullible pleb. But alas, he realizes it's a trap. Now he is sold for $1.2 billion. Far more than what he should have gotten. Fuck this worthless sack of shit taking 2 fucking franchises down to the dust. Fuck this fucking worthless sack of shit. Thank the gods this man is out of the spotlight. The fact that he ran 2 franchises into the grounds is an absolutely damning black eye of Bud Selig's tenure. But this is a new era, a fresh start for the Marlins. They will not repeat the same mistakes they had made in the past. In front of them, they have 2 prospective owners, the local businessman who will attempt to repair the damaged relationship between the team and city, or Derek Jeter. A man who will strive to field a competitive team no matter the cost, or Derek Jeter. Well, this one doesn't take a genius. Mr. November is now the part owner of a sports franchise, reinforcing the stereotype that all New Yorkers flock to Florida for a cozy retirement. The commissioner may have shown
My family still
favoritism
lives in
towards
New
him,
York,
but
most of
Jeter
them.
wants to make his mark in the executive world. The Marlins are a team with promise. They have the reigning MVP in Giancarlo Stanton and a young, energizing hitting core. All this team needs are a few tweaks. It's time to purge the old guard. All of those legacy jobs that Loria entitled, they can be thrust into the meat grinder. We need to eliminate that losing culture after all. Heck, we need to deservedly fire this longtime employee right after he got surgery to remove cancerous tumors from his colon. Wait, what? That might be one of the most heartless things I have ever seen. It's almost as if he is as much of a money-grubbing asshole as Loria. The rumors of cheats in New York may have been true, but he won't gut the team this early into his tenure. It would be an awful look. Go ahead and smite me otherwise. God damn it. But I mean, he won't sell out Giancarlo. He may have an albatross contract that Loria locked him into knowing he wouldn't be around to foot the bill, but he's the face of the franchise. Besides, he's got an opt-out in 3 years. He's gonna fuck off anyway. Oh no. You traded him to the goddamn Yankees for pennies on the dollar. Are we sure Derek isn't on Brian Cashman's payroll? But you know what? Maybe they like the prospects they fetched. He should be done with the selling and rebuild.
Let's be honest, he did it for. Let's be honest, I think he did it for New York's sake.
Marcell Ozuna, you're trading the guys that you should be building around for the future. Fuck's sake, you're done now, right? Oh shit, turns out that Christian Yelich didn't take kindly to being dangled around like bait on the trading block and wants out too. Budding catcher JT Realmuto, oh yeah, he definitely wants the first flight out of Miami. This situation just went from a tragedy to an outright disaster. A team that is still reeling from the loss of Jose Fernandez chose to commit harakiri on a league-wide scale. They blew it up yet again. This one stings more than usual though. This was supposed to be different. The Marlins weren't supposed to do this to their fans yet again. Although this leads me to believe a rather stark theory. Jeter and company don't actually have the capital to finance a baseball team. The issue here is that the Marlins themselves are in a ridiculous amount of debt thanks to the sins of Gloria. The team itself is losing tens of millions of dollars per year. Former store purveyors at their new stadium are suing the bejesus out of them for openly lying to them about potential sales numbers. Their attendance numbers make Florida Panthers games look like sellouts in comparison.
Hey!
And you know what? I don't blame the populace for not showing up whatsoever. The Marlins may have had a rich history with great players, but they've just been blown up by avaricious owners every goddamn time to pay off.
Every time we get
outstanding
good,
debts
they
the
sell
new
off
bosses
of good
have done
players
the same.
until...
Let's face it, even if Jose Fernandez were still alive, he too would have been sold off for prospects to save a few bucks as well. It's an inevitability with this. A team that has not been gutted once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 times over the past 20 years and somehow expects to maintain some sort of goodwill with the fans. Jeter overconfidently stepped into a raging fire and somehow made it worse. I'm more stunned at how the hell he did it. The Marlins had hit bottom years ago, yet found a way to go deeper. And by God, the few fans that are left are carrying him and the rest of baseball to the guillotine. The chance for the Marlins to try and mend their hideously mangled relationship with Miami has been mercilessly slaughtered. The culprits are an enabling Rob Manfred and Derek Jeter. This time, the damage may never recover. So how the hell do they make this worse? Because we all know it's going to happen. And one more thing, fuck Marlins, man.
Wow. He was brutal. I mean, when he did... I mean, when he talked about the Panthers, he basically just talked about the mistakes that the current ownership is doing right now, if I remember correctly. Let's see. He just talked about the Panthers, just like, like a brief history for like maybe 30 seconds and go into what they're doing right now. But wow, he basically summed up what everything wrong with the Marlins. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I like it when he bashes the team till there's nothing left but rotten bones. He's more funny that way. Let's see. I gotta say, it'll be interesting to see who's actually on the roster. If I didn't oversell, I would have gone to Marlins, but I see what the state of the team is, or how much or if there were anybody actually went. I need to call my friend and ask him how many people actually went there. But I didn't know the financial troubles the Marlins were facing. Wow. I mean, even if they did win World Series, I don't think even if they win one more World Series, their money troubles will continue to go, and they have to sell off the good players again. So I wonder if Derek Jeter's doing this to let's stop the bleeding before it gets worse, or let's reach Mount Everest. Even though I'll possibly die. Ouch. If Florida actually did all that, why? Why did he likes to sell teams? Is he why be in ownership if you're gonna screw the team over? I mean, because it's in there's Washington Nationals. I mean, they're probably the if I were to rank in order of all the Washington teams, the Nationals would be number 2, even though they haven't won anything. They're like Atlanta. Good for one part of the season. When it comes to playoffs, I'll probably actually watch the season based on see how anyone's doing anymore. Oh boy, I want to see if there's actually any attendance left actually, too. And to say they have they're worse than the Marlins. I mean, from what I can see, at least they look to have more. At least they make it look like they have people going there. Well, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.